Hi, I am Sunil Mahabar. I welcome you in this second part 2 of the series How It Works. And today's part also focuses on electricity because before we understand the gadgets, let us understand what is electricity. So, the part 2 of how it works, and I will try to answer what are different types of electricity. There are different types of electricity. So, let us see that electricity has basically two major differentiations, two major parts. One is static and the other one is dynamic. And in dynamic, further there are two parts which are called direct current and indirect alternating current. Direct current and alternating current. DC and AC, popularly known. Now, today let us understand what is static electricity, how it gets generated, what are its uses and all. So, just to remember broadly, static electricity which you see when you comb your hair, then the comb gets electrically charged and then it attracts the small pieces of paper. That is nothing but static electricity. If you want to remember what is direct current, then whatever current you receive from a battery or a cell is a direct current. And to remember alternating current, whatever is available in your house, in your offices, in your colleges, is nothing but AC supply, alternating supply. So let us first understand what is static electricity, how it gets generated. It gets created or generated when two dissimilar materials rub against each other. When two dissimilar materials rub against each other. For example, when you walk on a carpet in office or at home, then your shoe and the carpet, they have interaction within themselves, rubbing action, and at that time the electrons are shared from one part, it will go to another part or another substance, because electrons are mostly at the surface, and therefore when two surfaces rub against each other, especially when one is rich in electron, the other one is not rich electron. For example, a conductor has many free electrons, but an insulator doesn't have free electrons. So the free electrons will get cling to the area where there are less electrons. There are no free electrons. There it will cling. And when, as I already said, that every atom is neutral electrically. So there are a number of electrons and protons are same, and therefore the atom in itself is neutral. So when it gives away its neutral electrons, then the part or this substance which gives away the electrons becomes positive, because otherwise it was neutral. Now it has given away few electrons, so it will become positive itself, and wherever the electrons have gone will become negative. So when we walk, the shoe sole becomes positive because it sheds away few of the electrons, and those electrons get accumulated on the surface of the carpet, and so it gets negatively charged. Now with this charge, positive charge, when you reach to any metal part, for example knob of the button, then for example the press push button of the lift, metal push button, or even the handle of the car, then you experience a shock, sort of shock. While I was working, since I was in maintenance department, there used to be many people who will complain कि लिफ्ट में शॉक लगता है, फ्रिज के हैंडल को शॉक लगता है. देयर विल बी मेनी पीपल. So actually the knob of the lift was not giving you shock, it was other way around. You were giving shock to the lift. So actually lift should have complained, but the human being says कि मेरे को लिफ्ट से शॉक लगता है. It is other way around. You are giving shock to the lift. Because lift has solid earth, it gets earth, your charge gets earth. And this phenomena, even I will, if you recall, the winter wears, our sweater, then blankets and all, the jerkin. When we wear that, there is sort of chat 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 awaj when you remove it. If, for example, if you are wearing a woolen cap, your hair will rise on their bottom ends. On their bottom ends, they will rise and stand like this. That is nothing but electricity. It is static electricity, and it is more evident in winter because the dry air is insulator, but moist air is a conductor. So it behaves like a semiconductor. In one condition, it behaves like conductor. In other condition, it behaves like insulator. So you do not experience this problem during rainy season because the air is moist around you, and so your body charge gets discharged easily through the air also. But in winter, when the air is dry, it is not conducting. Therefore, the charge remains on your body. And your pet, the furry pet, if you have in your house, he will receive shock from you because you have developed that much charge on yourself, positive charge, because of the winter wear as well as because of the rubbing action on the carpet. Secondly, all the people who work in electronic industry, they have to wear a bracelet which actually is connected to the earth so that they do not have any static electricity on them, on their tip of their fingers, because there is MOS circuit, metal oxide semiconductors. There are metal oxide semiconductors widely used in electronic circuit, and that may get damaged because of the electricity on the fingertips. Therefore, all those who are working in a electronic industry have to wear this bracelet which is earth to the which is connected to the earth, so that that static electricity doesn't damage the electronic circuit. Now, if this theory goes well, that two dissimilar materials, when they rub against each other, static electricity is generated, then what about the lightning, which also happens because of static electricity? So it is said that a positively charged cloud, when it comes in contact with a negatively charged cloud, then the lightning happens. That is wrong. Every cloud, every cloud has positive charge on the top and negative charge at the bottom. Positive being lighter in weight, it occupies the passage or space at the top, and the negative charges being heavier, they will occupy space at the bottom. So when the bottom of one cloud touches the top of another cloud, and if the charge is too heavy, then there will be lightning, and we will see lightning in the sky. Now you might have experienced yourself this hair raising experience which happens because of the static electricity. And by now you must have started thinking that static electricity only has nuisance value, but it doesn't have any useful value. But that is not so. Static electricity is in use in many gadgets we see day in, day out. I will share few with you. The first one is Xerox machine. Xerox machine works on the principle of static electricity. That you can see number one, it is the book of which the copy is being taken. Then number two is the light source. It is very bright light. And the conveyor, the red conveyor on the rollers that you are seeing is a photoconductor coated with selenium. Now what happens when the light is thrown on the book? Then wherever letters are written, that portion will not reflect, but only the white portion will reflect. So a mix of white and black will fall on the conveyor, that is coated conveyor, selenium. And this photoconductor is coated with selenium, carries the electrical shadow of the book. It is very interesting. It is electrical shadow. For example, in front of a light, if I make some gestures with my hand, so the gesture will appear on the wall. Similar to that, wherever the letters are printed, that portion will not reflect, and wherever there is no letter, the white portion will reflect light, and then the electrical shadow will fall on the conveyor because the light source is at an angle. So like a carom board, it will travel the angular distance. It will travel the angular path and fall on the conveyor, which is coated with selenium to receive the electrical shadow. Now this electrical shadow, since it is a conveyor, it will start rolling and it will reach to the ink drum, and this ink is charged positively. It is fully charged positively. That is the reason it sticks to the area where it is negatively charged. That is what you have written on the paper. Wherever you have written letters, that is negative. So ink will stick to those negative areas, that is the letters. And then the image in the form of ink will be formed on the conveyor. Now you can see there is a paper which is coming from the hopper number 7, and then it is electrically charged. Now this paper is charged negatively. Total paper, it is charged negatively. When this negatively charged paper comes into contact with the conveyor, where there is a shadow of electrical shadow of the book, original book. So only that portion the ink will touch to the paper and will get stick to it, and that is how the copy will get emerged. That is how the copy will emerge. And then this copy with slightly wet ink will pass through hot rollers where the ink will dry up, and therefore whenever you receive a copy of Xerox machine, it will be slightly hot because it is passed through the hot rollers to dry up the ink. That is how it is. Next is automobile painting. The body of the car, it is charged positively, and there are electrostatic guns through which the paint is flown, and in atomized condition the paint will flow through that, and the paint particles will be negative in charge. So they will get attracted towards the car body, and there will be fine painting, super fine painting will be formed on the car because they are in atomized condition. So negatively charged particles of paint will touch the car body, and since it is positively charged, it will attract all the paint. So losses will also reduce. And lastly, this particular one example, there are many examples, but this is the third example, environment friendly stack. You might have heard about pollution control boards. So they have a strong check on the industries which emit lot of flue gases. And if there is pollution, then the surrounding air will also get polluted. And that is the reason they have strong laws and rules to ensure that the smoke going out of the factory should not be harmful. It should be free of pollution. So there the stack has electrostatic plates charged with electrical negative charge and positive charge. So the dust particles, the solid particles in the flue gases will get attracted towards these plates which are charged, and then they will start getting accumulating on the plates, and once they are accumulated enough due to gravity, they will start falling down, and then once in a week you can even scrub the plates, but it will get attracted to the plate, and the user friendly or environment friendly gas will only come out of the stack. That is how it is controlled. So these are the uses of static electricity in our daily life. So we have seen what is static electricity in this part, and in next part we will see what is the dynamic part of the electricity, direct current and alternating current, which has numerous advantages, or I will say usefulness. So it is used widely, and we cannot even, to the extent that we cannot even imagine life without electricity. So it has become as important as oxygen in the air. So we cannot live without electricity now. So it is that important. So we will study it in next part. Till then, thank you very much for watching this video with patience. If you have liked this video, then of course press the like button, and also subscribe to the channel because there are many videos going to get uploaded very soon. Till then, thank you once again. Have a great time and take care.